Welcome to Red Eye. Hello, everyone. I'm Tom Shalhoub. Let's check in with TV's Andy Levy at the Red Eye Tease Deck. Andy?
Thanks, Tom. Coming up on the big show, gamblers are placing their last-minute bets on Donald Trump becoming president. Quite a change from 4 years ago when they bet it all on black. Plus, colleges are trying to eliminate toxic masculinity from their campuses. I assume that's code for canceling all Tom Shalhoub's stand-up gigs.
Wait a minute.
And finally, a Wisconsin school is under fire after telling the student body 4 of their classmates died in a car crash, and then later revealing the whole thing was just part of a drill on safe driving. I don't know. Seems to me like the kids learned a valuable lesson. People in power will always lie to you. Back to you, Tom.
That is a good lesson. Thank you, Andy. Let's welcome our guests. Mother knows best, especially when it comes to freeing criminals. Criminal defense attorney Remy Spencer. His inner child doubles as his outer adult. Comedian Joe Mackey. She knows Wall Street like the back of her hand. Seriously, she can quote the entire movie. FBN New York Stock Exchange correspondent Lori Rothman. And he used to drive a cab, and yes, he kept your umbrella. Sitting right next to me, comedian Jimmy Fela. All right, let's start the show. All bets are off, except for the ones on Trump. It looks like the Donald has the luck of the Irish, with Ireland's largest bookmaker reporting that 91% of the bets placed on the American presidential election in the last few days have gone on the GOP candidate to win. Paddy Power still has Hillary Clinton favored to win, but a spokesman for the company calls this election a serious betting anomaly and says the shock of Brexit is fresh in people's minds. Trump was originally considered such a long shot at 100 to 1 that in mid-October the company began paying out its customers who bet on Clinton. But now he's down to 9 to 4, and the company says that if he wins, it could cause the biggest political payout in its history. I believe we have footage of what that would look like.
I gotta get Wilson and tell him to sell. Wilson, where you going? You idiot! Get back in there at once and sell.
Fela, would you put money on this election?
Would I? Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of value in betting Trump because he's a 1-2 underdog.
Yes.
So you're doubling your money.
1-2. I thought I said he was 9-4.
It was originally as high as that. I think he's 1-2 today, and she's 2-1. Excuse me, she's 1-2. He's 2-1.
Yeah.
I stand
okay.
corrected.
Got it. So you can make money on Trump. You can't
Do you
on
know
Hillary.
what I think this is? I think this rush of money is actually Hillary supporters consoling themselves in case she loses. They're like, well, screw it. Trump's going to be president. At least I'll make like 10 grand on the side.
That's it. Isn't Lori? That's the meaning of hedging one's bets,
Well,
isn't it?
I was going to say, Tom, people are already making tons of money on the expectation that Trump is going to win this election. Since the FBI bombshell on Friday, so
Yep.
Wall Street, where I work, New York Stock Exchange, a lot of people would say that's a casino where you can place bets,
Would you say
stocks
that?
and bonds. Yes, I would.
No, hold on. A
craziest-
casino has
no.
regulations. Hold on.
Liars, poker.
There's some ethics in a
haven't you-
casino.
Well, a lot of people could say that you are gambling by investing your money because you don't know which way the market's going to go, right? But the craziest thing, so I'm a financial reporter, you look at the Dow, you look at the 10-year yield. Oh my gosh, we're looking at the Mexican peso as our proxy for which way this election is going. It's been so depressed versus the dollar just since Friday. Since the pendulum swung in favor of Trump with this FBI bombshell, now that people are making a ton of money in FX or foreign exchange.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. Remy, the fact that things switch so quickly, I can't think it all has to do with this FBI information. I feel like the polls were going to close anyway. Do you get that sense?
No, I think it has primarily everything to do with what the FBI director Comey did with
Really?
that letter. Yes. He did something that was so unprecedented and so beyond the norm or the scope of his role as the leader of the FBI. He dropped a bombshell.
He told the truth.
Well, no, he didn't actually say anything,
I know.
What he did was inflammatory, and it made it impossible for anyone to defend. And I'm not suggesting there is a defense if there's something in these emails, but what I'm saying is he made it so that Hillary Clinton's campaign can't even respond. What he did was, he said, look, we have these emails. Don't know what's in there. There might be something illegal. We're not going to probably get to see what they are until after the election. They're probably maybe connected to the prior investigation. So just letting you know.
But isn't
That never, ever happens under any normal circumstance.
But aren't these non-normal circumstances right now? The thing is, wasn't he required? I understand that
No.
Comey was required to notify Congress when there was any kind of a change in
No, he wasn't
this investigation.
required. He promised that he would.
That's
But
okay,
that's-
promise. You gotta, a promise is a promise.
Do
Who
you
said
think
that?
that the FBI on a regular basis notifies lawmakers
But, like, to be
of an
fair-
investigation? Of course not. It's all done under lock and seal. It's confidential
Of course,
information.
I get your point, but to be fair, like this is the same Comey everybody loved July 5th when he let her go. And it is a little bit of a double standard because like a week ago we were like, oh, Trump's the worst guy in the world. He's questioning the integrity of the process. And now we're sitting here going, oh, Comey rigged the process or screwed up the process. It's a little bit of a double
Well, I
standard.
don't think that everyone was saying Comey's this great guy and he's a savior for Hillary Clinton. I think that the Clinton campaign spun it that way very effectively.
Yes.
But if you read what he actually wrote and you took out the final sentence where he draws his conclusion not to file charges,
Yeah.
you would have thought that he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he described criminal activity and then made some grand statement or conclusion that wasn't something that you could
should he have-
reconcile.
Go back to July. Should he have filed charges, you think, then? Should he have
Did it
gone
then?
further than he did in July?
I don't know the answer to that,
Mm-hmm.
but if what he said in the first part of the letter is accurate, then the answer is yes.
Yes, that's what I thought.
If his conclusion is there's no reasonable prosecutor who would file charges, which is what he wrote,
Yep.
then everything before that was an error.
Well, I like this stuff. Mackie, what do you think? I think you should be the arbiter of this. Tell us which way to go.
I'll tell you what, I don't know. I was enjoying the debate.
Yeah.
Between the two of them,
having
but,
fun.
you know, I don't know. I don't think there's a such thing as an expert. So I don't take the word of the pollsters or the degenerate gamblers who show up for TV shows and don't shave.
Yeah. I see where you're heading with that.
But Joe, the thing is, like, I don't like the idea of people betting on our election. I don't think that's very good. You know, if Pete Rose can't bet on baseball, why are people able to bet on our
They
election?
have to bet on something. I mean, we have no more baseball. I guess
Well, no.
football's heating up. Whatever.
Well, because Pete Rose was playing the game. You know what I mean? So that's an
And he was
integrity
working
I
issue.
don't like these
Players'
Irish people
safety
betting on our
and
election. I think it's foreign interference.
What if it is? What if this was just a ploy by Comey to make some money on the back end? He was like, all right, I can't send this chick away, but I'm going to get together with Patty Power, drop this bombshell, and collect some money.
I mean, that's a pretty slick move. Okay, moving on. Acting like a human is harder than it looks. Just ask Hillary Clinton, who tells People magazine she spent a lot of time before the presidential debates honing her listening woman face.